Good evening. That was exciting. I've never had to find a way through the maze of students on stage. Usually I come from there, but as you can see, cellos, there's no room. It's exciting. So thank you again, as Mrs. Tanaki said, for your patience and for trying to find a seat. And this is a sign that our program is growing, which is a great thing. And we promise we will keep tweaking adjustments as we grow. My name is Mrs. Marbury, and I'm one of the orchestra conductors here. And in front of you is the 4th grade and beginner orchestra. And this is probably my favorite concert of the year because we get to show you everything we did from the very beginning. And so without saying too much, I'm going to show you the first thing we did as a full orchestra back at the beginning of October when they all came to the middle school for the first time. And they were like, what do we do? This is so fun. So this is what we taught them first. They also learned how to do applause. Okay. They're excited. We didn't even plan it, but if you notice, someone dropped their sponge, and so we taught them, wave your arm really big and I won't start without you. So if you see that's our signal. Wait for me. Okay. So next, we had to teach them how to hold their instrument and their open strings. And so there's lots of goofy songs you probably heard, and you were like, what is the ant song? Well, the words teach us our string names. So I have prepped them that they have to sing very clearly for you so you can hear the words. And hopefully you'll hear each word starts with the letter of the string that they're plucking. How to hold the bow. This looks very basic and simple. Believe it or not, it's very tricky. Every finger is important and has to work towards the balance of getting a good sound out. So this we are still working on, and we'll continue next year in 6th grade and 7th grade. And when they go to college, their college professor will work with them on their bow hold. It never stops. It's a very important skill. So we learn another goofy song, and this one I told them I want you to watch. The main thing that we told them is when they do up like a rocket, the tip of their bow, which is way up at the top, has to be super still. Okay, so as you can see, that takes a lot of skill because the wobbles happen, especially in elementary school. So see how still they can keep their tips. Get your bow hold set. Keep your instrument in ready position. Good.
Up like a rocket, down like the rain, back and forth.
If they're not in choir, you should have them join because they all sing beautifully. And we always need more choir members. So then we learn to put the bow on the string and make beautiful sounds. We start with our open strings. So the next song you're going to hear is Pickle Song. We're going to split it. The violins learn on their 2 top strings, which are different, as you learned from the Ant song, than the low strings. So you're going to hear the Pickle Song twice, first by the violins and then by the rest. If you notice, we do an I play, you play style, echo style. That gives them a little bit more time to process what note is coming next. As we go through the year, you'll hear that echo style go away because they're going to be quicker with setting their fingers and getting their bow ready. So we're going to do the same style with Monkey Song. Now, Monkey Song, we had our left hand. So now we have our bow hand going, and we're changing the notes on one string. So instead of changing strings with our bow, we're setting our fingers to change the pitches. Okay. Oh, we spend so many weeks on this music, and what is it, like 5 minutes, and we're going to be done. Man. But we have 2 more big ones. Twinkle is like a rite of passage in orchestra. You're going to hear Twinkle from this group. You're going to hear it from 5th grade. You're going to keep hearing it all the way through this class, because what we do is we take that same short bow style, and then we teach them the basic fingerings for Twinkle. Then we change the bow patterns. So they're learning all different bow styles. Right now you're hearing lots of short patterns. They're going to start learning longer patterns as their arm gets stronger. And then eventually you're going to hear Twinkle that you can sing along with. So if right now you're like, this does not sound like Twinkle, that's why. The bow pattern is just a little bit different. So we're going to start with the I play, you play, and by the end of this year, they'll be playing a beautiful Twinkle that you can sing along with. Right? So you could see the stamina endurance they needed for that one. It's a lot longer. We're going to finish with hot cross buns. This is the first one you'll start to see the lengthening of the bow. There's no I play, you play. So there's no prep time. They got to know what note comes next without any break. And we taught them a bow lift. So we're going to repeat this song. And so in order to repeat it, we have to reset our bow and get our fingers ready for the first note without really having more than maybe a beat of rest. So you're going to see them circle their bows and get their fingers set in time to repeat the song. This is it. So should we give them one more applause for their hard work? Just so you know, we didn't teach them to clap for themselves. When they perform for each other, they clap for each other, so we still have to work on the don't clap when everyone's clapping for you part. We're working on it. Just so you know, don't panic. Your fourth graders will be in the band room. They set up a TV and they're filming, so they're going to watch from back there. So you'll be able to find them after the concert. All right, we're back. Wow, I wish you could see backstage. It's like herding cats. It's amazing. Well, officially, good evening. My name is Amy Tanaki. I am mainly the orchestra teacher at the middle school, but I'm also the Sycamore Jazz Strings teacher, and I get to help out with 5th grade after-school orchestra, which is awesome because I get to see all these guys, and they get to have me next year. Ha ha ha. No, it's a good thing. So this evening, we're going to play a few pieces for you. I'm going to do minimal talking so that we can get through them because I would love for them all to hear the jazz strings play as well. So first up is All the Twinkles. And I believe, because I was watching on the live feed backstage, the 4th graders did some Twinkle, right? That's what I heard? That's pretty amazing. Well, the 5th graders work on the Twinkles, and we have all kinds of rhythms that we add to the Twinkles. So I think you'll be impressed, 4th grade parents especially, to hear the progress just between 4th grade and 5th grade.
Man, I'm exhausted. It's the longest I've played in a long time. So pretty impressive, right? They can play, first of all, just all that length of time and stay focused and stay together. And I'll be honest, it's always kind of scary because we don't practice on stage beforehand. We just show up and we hope it goes well. Because we sound totally different up here than we do in our cozy orchestra room back at the middle school. So it's always exciting and nervous. I'm like, well, here we go. I hope we did it. And they stay together wonderfully. So our next piece is Hot Cross Buns. And we play Hot Cross Buns, and then, as an educational moment, we burn our baked buns. And we move our finger, and we use a different finger, so it has a sad minor sound. And then don't worry, we baked a fresh batch. So hot, burnt, back to hot. So each of those little songs has, of course, an educational purpose. For Pete's sake, the big thing is repeat sign and a first and second ending. So it's kind of like if you've ever read those Choose Your Own Adventure books where you have to kind of go here and then you go back to page 9 and then you to go here. It's kind of like that, but in music. So it's, again, a focus thing. You have to know and follow the roadmap and the signs and hopefully all end up at the same place at the same time. Our next one is more of a left-hand posture thing. Violin Cabbagetown, we play it twice. The first time on one string, and the second time, if they have good left-hand posture, they can play two strings at the same time. All right, after months and months of practicing, we're almost done. It goes by so fast. We have one festive piece for you, Jingle Bells. All right. Before you is the Sycamore Jazz Strings. This is an audition extracurricular group. It is made up of middle school and high school students. So really quickly, 6th graders, wave. 7th graders. 8th graders, I'm in the way. Freshmen. Sophomores. Junior. Seniors. We have kids from every grade represented, and it's pretty awesome. So nothing says happy holidays like Lady Gaga, so we're going to start with it. right, we have one more piece for you. It's our signature jazz strings holiday tune. But before I forget, I'm pretty proud of myself for remembering this. Elementary parents, we have no after-school orchestra practice for Thursday, that's 5th grade, and no after-school orchestra practice next week. We do have lessons during the day. Nod with me, so remember, your children need their instruments during the day. Good, some of you are nodding, you're such good listeners. We will have lessons during the day, just not after-school orchestra, we just take a little break. But then we start back in January, so every Monday that we have school, and every Tuesday we have school, and Thursday, you should know the drill, hopefully. And we will see you in May for a concert, but I'm thinking maybe we need to figure out how to fit everybody in here. So make sure you're checking your email in case there's a change of plans.